What is up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Oh my goodness, I hope you guys are enjoying the back-to-back uploads. I feel like I'm finally like back in my zone and I'm just like super excited to do content for you guys. But anyway, that's besides the point, girl. That's besides the point. I'm excited because the other day I was on TikTok, and y'all already know when you be scrolling on TikTok, especially at night, it just so happens that food pops out. Like really bomb looking food, or like really bomb fucking mukbangs, like Miss Munchies be popping out. Or jelly bean sweets be popping out late at night, at least for my For You page. They do. So like I said, the other day I was scrolling and I came across this thing that looked so fucking good. So today I wanted to go ahead and make that with you guys, and to my surprise it's actually low calorie and high in protein. So I was like, oh my god, it's a 2-for-1 deal, girl, period. So today we are going to be making an egg boil. So if you guys know what a seafood boil is, it's pretty much that, but no seafood. So we're making a seafoodless sea boil. Wait, what? So we're making a seafoodless seafood boil. Yeah, and it's actually a really simple and quick recipe. I did look at other people's recipes because, you know, I feel like everyone just kind of adds their own little like spice to it. The one I had came across is this one. I'll be sure to add it into the video so you guys can check it out, so you guys can reference it. But I am going to be adding onions to mine, and I don't think she added onions. I've seen some other people add like strips of onion and it just looks so much better like that. So we're going to be making our little egg boil today, and I just decided to add a little twist to it. And oh, brush your hair. Good job. I decided I'm going to add a special little twist to it and do a little Q&A moment, because it has been a cool ass minute since I've done a Q&A. Not that one, you can poke your eyes. It's been a cool minute since I have done a Q&A as well. So let's go ahead and get into it because I am hungry. Okay, so I think I'm gonna do maybe 2 eggs for myself, because I feel like también too many eggs gives me like vibes, you know what I mean? Babe, are you gonna want some? Okay, so these are the ingredients you need. You need chicken broth. This one I guess is what really makes it taste like the seafood boil. I wasn't gonna use it, but I saw that literally every single person was using this one. So Old Bay, I saw someone use what, cumin, parsley, paprika, a lemon from our neighbor's yard, and then garlic salt. Most people were using garlic powder, but I'm just gonna use garlic salt. You guys, I did forget to mention the most important thing, which is butter. And dude, I genuinely didn't know that there was like 2 separate types of like butters, I guess. But today I'm gonna be using Blue Bonnet, which isn't technically butter. It's, what is it? Margarine, something like that. I don't know. And I looked it up because I was like, I thought this was butter the whole entire time that we've had it. But I guess supposedly this is like a vegetable oil and it's not actual butter. But we're just gonna use this. I feel like it's the same shit.
Tablespoon of and half a cup of chicken broth. Mix all ingredients and cook for a couple.
The egg boil is done, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not. I just pictured it to be more like, I don't know. We'll see though. We're gonna do a little taste test really quick. Is it good?
Dude, it literally tastes like something. I just don't know how to explain it.
Onion. Was it hot?
Average.
It's pretty good. My mouth water.
Wow.
Is it good? Or it's like, whatever. It's not good?
Pretty cookie.
Really? Alright, Queen, so we are back in my room. I'm going to do an official taste test. I think he was being a little bit of a hater. Okay, cheers, you guys. This is what it looks like. I think it's pretty bomb, in my opinion. Got the little juice, we got the yolk, we got the onions. Cheers, queens. That's pretty good. Obviously, I would prefer like a fucking Big Mac with chicken nuggets and a large fries, but for being a low calorie, high protein meal, I think that's, I mean, what more can you ask for, you know? Because one thing about me, you guys, I don't even want to call my eating like a diet, because it's not a diet. I feel like diets kind of set you up for failure, because like you're restricting yourself so bad from eating shit. And I'm just the type of person where like if I were to be on a diet, I will relapse like 1000%. So I'm on a calorie deficit. I still get to enjoy things like on the weekend, maybe Friday or Saturday, not Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I'll have like a cheeseburger or like fries or something. Everything in moderation, you know? Because you also can't, I feel like for me personally, I have to be realistic about it. It's not like I'm gonna cut everything out 100% because I'll relapse, you know what I mean? It's like a drug. Food is like a drug, especially when you have like binge eating habits and stuff like that. So I think that's like a big tip that I have for you guys. You can still enjoy foods that you normally would, but in moderation. You have to have some discipline, you know what I mean? And now that I am this far into it, I feel like I've really gotten used to it and it's not as hard for me anymore. But like I said, you just have to have the mentality of like, I'm not cutting myself short. It's not like I'm never gonna eat carbs ever in my life again. You can have carbs, you know what I mean? Moderation. In moderation. Don't forget that. That's one tip that I have for you guys. So let me go get a drinky drink really quick so we can finish my little eggs and we can get into this Q&A. Got a little bubbly. Cheers. That's so bomb. I'm not gonna lie, I honestly already feel full. Eggs are really fucking filling. Cheers. Isaac was kind of tripping. It's really good. Queens, we are all cleaned up and ready to go. Let's get into this little Q&A moment. Okay, so the very first question that I got is, are you going to continue with the podcast? The amount of times I've been asked this question actually makes me really happy because I didn't realize so many of you guys actually enjoyed the podcast. I feel like it's been like a huge roller coaster with podcasts, because at first it was like super poppin' and then it kind of died down, and then right now I feel like more podcasts are starting to come out. So hearing that you guys are actually like requesting for it to come back means a lot to me. And I definitely do want to bring it back. I'm just such like a perfectionist when it comes to like my sit down content, especially like a podcast, because in my head I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna have a podcast, it needs to be like a full set. It needs to be like my old set, you know? And y'all already know I recently moved, so my office is nowhere near as big as how it used to be in the old house. So I had to downsize a lot, and this is my office now. It's just like a room, you know, which before I had like a whole floor, my third story floor was like my entire office, which consisted of a bathroom, like a living room, and a extra room. So since I had to downsize, I kind of in my head was like, I'm just not gonna do Area 69 anymore. But now that I'm thinking of it, I'm like, girl, the podcast is whatever you make it. So maybe for now I will bring back the podcast and just kind of do it here in this setup, which is why I kind of put my Area 69 picture right there, because I was like, okay, I know sooner or later I'm just gonna get to the point where I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna do the podcast with what I got so far. So yes, it is in my plans to bring it back. Let me know what you guys think. Like, does the setting really matter? Or is it just kind of like having the fucking mics there and making my voice sound crispy as fuck? Like, is the mic what makes a podcast a podcast? Because in a sense, I feel like that's kind of what it is to a certain extent. But yeah, you guys let me know if you guys want the podcast to come back, first of all. And second of all, if you guys would care if it's literally just like, this is the podcast area. I guess you guys let me know, and then that'll kind of help me make my decision. But that I want it to come back, I do want it to come back. When will it come back? I don't know. So hype me up if you guys want it to come back. If not, then yeah, just let me know. Be like, nah, I don't think we need the podcast back. What motivated you to start working out? Okay, so if I'm gonna be 100% honest with you guys, obviously I knew I was gaining weight, but I wouldn't step on a scale. You know, I would just look in the mirror and notice that I was getting like thicker, and my ass was so massive. Like, it was getting huge, bitch, like huge. And I know that may sound like a good thing, but in this case, it wasn't, especially because I have a BBL. So when I gain weight now, I gain it different. I won't necessarily gain it like in my stomach too much. I just kind of get more like wide, like bloated. I also get literal big back vibes. My back just kind of starts to expand, and my ass gets so fucking big. So obviously, like I said, I noticed that I was gaining weight like in the mirror by looking at myself in the mirror, and also like my clothing size. I went from a size 7 in jeans to a size 9, and I haven't went up in size in jeans in like a really long time. So that was my second thing where I was like, okay, I feel like I'm gaining weight, whatever, blah, blah. Still put it off to the side. I see the comments that people leave me, still put it off to the side because I'm like, they're just being bitches, you know, fuck them. But it got to the point where I finally was like, okay, my clothes are fitting me hella tight. There's no way I'm gonna go up another size in jeans or my clothing in general. So once I finally gained the balls to hop on the scale, I already knew that the number was going to be way more than what I normally am. But when I actually stepped on it and I saw my weight, I was like, bitch, there's no fucking way. And I'm not gonna tell you guys my weight or my beginning weight, because I don't want you guys to like hurt my feelings, especially right now, because I'm on a roll. I just don't want to, whatever. It's no one's business. Put it that way. It's no one's business, but I just knew that I was heading down a really bad path because I had never ever been that way in my life, even when I was pregnant, bitch. So when I saw that number, it was literally a wake-up call to get my shit together. And since then, I have been getting my shit together because there's no way that I'm ever going to reach that weight ever again. And since I have posted that video where I was talking to you guys, like addressing my weight or whatever, I got a lot of comments and they were like, oh, like, don't listen to people, you know, you're beautiful and stuff, which I totally appreciate you guys telling me that and all those really sweet messages. But I really didn't start losing weight for the people, for the comments, for anything. I literally did it for myself, for my health, for my well-being. And you know, like I just, it wasn't the way I wanted to live my life anymore, you know? So yeah, that's what made me start to lose weight. 1000%. Seeing my weight gain like on an actual scale was just a major wake-up call for me. Will you ever try cutting Emmy's hair again? LOL. Okay, so I actually want to cut his hair again because I was obsessed with the little bangs. Like at first it was really funny and stuff, but like I feel like his little bangs gave him so much character, and now that they're getting longer, like they've grown so much, and now that they're the length that they're at, I'm kind of like tempted to cut them again. I just think he looks so cute, like so fucking cute. It's giving bowl cut. It's giving, I don't know, like niño chiquito. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but I even had a bowl cut when I was little. My sister had a bowl cut. My brother had a bowl cut. So I just think it's kind of like family tradition for us to have bowl cuts. And his wasn't a full 360 bowl cut. He wasn't a little platito. He was just, he was giving peso pluma. Honestly, when he had his mullet. Now me having, I have seafood boil or egg boil on my teeth. So as you guys can see, his hair is pretty grown out already. You want me to cut your hair again?
Yes.
Chop chop? Chop chop?
Yes.
Yes? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes? Enójate. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll cut his hair again, but that I miss it being like that, I do miss it. Do you still garden? Do I still garden? Honestly, I rarely garden anymore, you guys. Like, what? It kind of trips me out seeing like my old videos and seeing how much like I used to smoke. Because girl, like me now, I rarely ever smoke. I'm not gonna say I don't smoke anymore, but I would say it's maybe like once a month or whenever I see the girls or something like that. But to the point where I'm like, oh, let me go outside and let me go smoke like every night type thing. No, I don't smoke like that anymore. Which it's been like that for a while now. For a few months for sure. And honestly, I'm super grateful for that because I feel like this weight loss journey would be so much harder if I was still gardening like hella, because the munchies, dude, like honestly for me, they were kind of uncontrollable when I was like gardening. So I'm for sure thankful that I don't do it like that anymore. And honestly, it wasn't really hard for me to like cut down or like stop. And even now when I do garden, like with the girls or something, because I don't even own weed anymore. Girl, isn't that great? I literally don't own a scraplet of weed at all anymore. That's crazy. But whenever I do garden, I honestly can only take maybe like 2 hits, 3 hits max. And I haven't hit a bong. I can't with the bongs. I can't. So yeah, it's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy to think, but to answer that question, I do, but it's pretty rare when I garden. Do you want any surgeries in the future? I want to say yes, but I'm scared, especially now that I'm a mom. I feel like I have way more to lose. I couldn't imagine even just, you know, like shit happens, like whatever, you go under anesthesia and that's always a risk, like life-wise, you know? But even just thinking about like the recovery process with Emmy being 1 or even 2 or 3 or 4, I feel like maybe once he's like 5 or something, 6, when it's way easier on me to like take care of him. Right now I feel like he's just still like, he's still way too little for me to have a surgery like that. But I would love to get a tummy tuck, dude, which is so scary. Like, honestly, I feel like a BBL is way less scary than a tummy tuck, because I feel like with a tummy tuck, they're doing some like Frankenstein shit on you. Like, they're literally chopping off your flesh and then sewing you back together. And I also saw my mom go through a tummy tuck firsthand, and she ended up getting blood clots and shit, and she was down bad from her surgery. So I did get kind of scared of it, but that I want it. Like, I wish I could just do it without the pain or without having to be put under or anything like that, but obviously that's impossible. Especially now, because now that I'm losing weight, I do notice that my skin is getting a little bit looser. So I am gonna look into like those treatments, like I don't know what it's called, like I can't remember like the actual name off the top of my head, but it's like a skin tightening machine where it kind of like burns your skin. You have to go to like med spas for that type of stuff, but I'm gonna look into that to see if maybe it'll help a little bit, and then I'm gonna start doing more like workouts that'll kind of help me tighten my skin a little bit. But realistically speaking, I don't think anything is going to make my skin not hang unless it's surgery. So yeah, I would like that surgery. Am I gonna get it? I don't know. I also do want another kid in the future, so obviously if I do end up getting the tummy tuck, I feel like it would be smart for me to wait until I have my kids, and then, you know. She also asked, do you regret any surgeries? I don't necessarily regret any of my surgeries. Obviously, you know, shit has happened to me in the past due to my surgeries. Like, for example, my first boob job, I got botched as fuck, and I had a uni boob, like mega ultra hard, so I had to get a revision, and those are the boobs that I have now. And my surgeon that did my second boob job, he did a really, really good job, because my boobs were fucked from the first surgery. He did an amazing job. I trusted my second surgeon enough to do my chin lipo with Alan. I don't know if you guys remember that, but me and him got surgery together. We both got our chin lipo, and I ended up getting, I don't know if this was like a part of the recovery process, but dude, I pretty much had like Bell's palsy vibes. Like, I couldn't talk right, my lip was like stuck, my nerves were kind of like fucked up. Over time it did end up getting better, but it took maybe like, I don't know, I want to say close to a year for my face to go back to normal. And even now, I'm not going to lie to you guys, like, there will be times where I'm like doing my makeup, and if I push around here, like my lip will twitch, or like my chin will twitch. So yeah. And then even then, now that I'm better, I honestly really didn't like the job that he did on my my chin lipo, because I feel like I have a lot of scar tissue that just never went away even after massages and, you know, XYZ. So I don't necessarily regret the surgery, I just regret the surgeon that I went to. How are you adjusting to the new house, and what's your favorite part of it? At first, it was kind of a hard transition for me, because I mean, like I've said like 1,000 times, I went from a 3-story home to a 1-story home, which meant a lot of downsizing. But now that I'm living here, I honestly am so obsessed with it. Like, I love how it's just 1 floor. I love how, you know, I don't have to go all the way from my master bedroom upstairs on the 3rd floor to the very bottom floor because I have to get my tripod to work, or, you know, it's little things like that that just make me appreciate this new home, because it's so much, it's just, the energy overall, if I'm being 100% honest with you, is just so much more homey here. It feels more like family vibes here. And then obviously the backyard is iconic. It feels really nice to like have guests over and like we just go in the backyard and we kick it. And then obviously it's really iconic to have a yard for Emmy. So I think overall my favorite part about it is just the whole house in general. The energy, I guess. I'm really happy with the move, and I really, really do appreciate it. And now I feel like I have a better idea of what I want in my forever home. I feel like I would honestly gravitate towards a single story or maybe a 2-story, but it just depends. It just depends. I don't mind having a single story home though, for sure. Did having a son make you closer to your sister Jenny? I think for sure me having a son definitely changed my perspective on my sister and my mom, and obviously my relationship with both of them has gotten way closer. And I don't want to say closer, it's just different now. Like I understand them both on a completely different level. And it's also really nice because obviously Jenny has Manny, Emmy loves Manny, Manny loves Emmy, and they get along really good. They play a lot together, and it's really iconic to see how they get along together 1000%. So I think overall, to answer your question, yeah, my relationship with Jenny did get way closer once I had my kid. This last question says Emmy's second birthday theme. Girl, I don't know. He really likes, his top 3 things right now is Blippi, cars, and dinosaurs. A part of me is thinking about combining every single thing that he's like obsessed with right now, but then it's gonna be a fucking chaotic ass party. But who knows? I mean, who cares if it's not like aesthetic? But yeah, it's up to those 3 themes. I feel like I'm not going to confirm 100% until maybe another month or 2, because his birthday is right around the corner. We're already going into February, so February, March, April, May, 4 months away. So I think for sure by the end of next month I'll kind of have to start getting things ready, because 3 months goes by super freaking fast. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Alrighty, queens. So that is all I have for today's little mukbang cooking Q&A. I hope you guys enjoyed this random ass video, and if you guys did, please be sure to let me know in the comments. Leave me a like. Let me know what other videos you guys want to see in this upcoming month, because I'm kind of running out of ideas. That's why this video was kind of all over the place. But yeah, with that being said, thank you so much. I love you guys, and I will see you guys in the next video.